Alright, what's up guys? In today's video, we're taking a look at what are the top 5 loadouts to use right now in the new season of Warzone. As you guys should know, in the most recent update, the FAR, the AUG, the M16, the Psychov, and the MAC-10 were all nerfed, with 4 of those being like the top 5 most used weapons right now in Warzone. The meta is 100% changed. All of the Cold War weapons were pretty much buffed, and the Groza was nerfed. So with that being said, first things first, talk about what is the best loadout to use right now. The AMAX has taken its rise back to the top with the nerf of the AUG and the FFAR. The AMAX will be the #1 weapon to use. And then, as I said, with the nerf of the MAC-10, the current best SMG in my opinion, which I've been recommending this SMG pretty much every video for the last 2 months, is going to be the Cold War MP5. So AMAX class setup, you guys should know: monolithic, Zodiac, Commando 45 mag, VLK. I think 80% of players use this class setup. The biggest difference with this is with the MP5, I am recommending it with all 4 of my class setups that aren't with a sniper, but there's 2 different ways of building it. So with the AMAX, it's a good mid-range weapon. If you're an aggressive player, you're using the AMAX. You're playing really aggressive, you get in cars, you push people, the AMAX is the gun for you. So with the MP5, this is going to be your building rusher and your close range hit firing best class setup. So agency suppressor, task force, obviously the only way to set up the original start. 50 round mag, and then the bruiser grip has no negatives, which is an excellent improvement for this weapon, with a 3% faster movement speed and a 10% better hip fire. So the movement speed now takes it to be better than that of the MAC-10. And then when I use that bruiser grip, I do stack with the 5mm laser. So this is going to be a hip fire only build, very similar to what the old Modern Warfare MP5 used to be. The one biggest difference, if you want the most aggressive class setup possible, you can obviously put on the mounted flashlight, which is going to increase your movement speed even more to be 6% faster, which now you're basically like Usain Bolt running around the map. So that is what I recommend as the #1 class setup to use right now currently. Obviously, the Bullfrog definitely could be a top tier weapon as well, which I'll upload a video comparing these two very, very soon. Next class setup is going to be the AMAX paired with the sniper. This is obviously one of the most popular setups. I personally don't snipe, so I'm going to be very short, quick to the point. I can't recommend a sniper class setup because I don't snipe. So it's hard for me to sit there and tell you what to use or what not to use. HDR, Car 98, SPR, whatever is your personal preference. The AMAX is a godly mid-range weapon. Anywhere from the 20 to 40 meter range, it's going to be one of the best weapons to use. Pair with that sniper for close or long range. Whatever sniper is your preference, that is going to be the #2 class setup that's best in my opinions. What I'm going through in the 3rd class setup is once again same MP5 class setup as the SMG, but this one is going to be for the close to mid-range. The rifle we're going to be stacking with is a Kilo, an M13, or a Grau, or a Krig. I actually saw the Krig might be in the meta in this season. So with this MP5 class setup, we're going with the Raider stock, which is going to help with sprint to fire and our strafe speed. And then we're obviously going to be putting the field agent grip to help give us the best recoil, because with this gun we are going to be ADSing and moving, fighting anywhere between the 0 and 20 meters, because our rifle is for long range only or mid range depending if you're using the Kilo. But that is the MP5 class setup. As I said, you can either use the rushing one, which has faster movement, better hip fire, or use this one, which has a better recoil pattern, better straight speed, and better sprint to fire. And then obviously, like I said, Kilo class setup, you guys know VLK, longest long barrel mono. Commando 60, same thing if you're using the Grau or the M13. The M13 is set up the exact same way. The one difference, as I said, with the Grau, definitely still I would recommend the VLK in this current season. No one has used the Grau in the previous meta, but the VLK 100% is the best attachment for the Grau because it improves your recoil, which you guys will see in my next video. I dissed all long range. The Grau was the worst accuracy as far as versus the M13, Grau, Kilo, and the Krig. The VLK is definitely needed in my opinion. Obviously Mono, Angel, Commando 60. You guys already know the meta. And then the other personal class setup, if you guys are looking for a new meta, you're tired of using the same old boring stuff, the Krig 6 got a huge buff. Brought it up into the meta. I believe Joe Woe was just using the 45 round mag, but I always recommend 60. Obviously field agent, and I believe they were using the axial arms 3 times or the 2 times, or if you don't want to use the red dot, you like the iron sights, obviously The grips were recently nerfed, I believe, pretty bad for the Cold War weapons. Either the drop shot or the speed tape's going to help you with the ADS, but that would be the Trapgod class setup. So for the close range gunfight MP5 setup mixed with a long range AR. And then obviously the next one is going to be similar as the long range AR. This is going to be the alternative to the AMAX. Either RAM 7 or M4. You guys already know the class setup. VOK on the RAM 7 or the M4, which has an excellent time to kill, much faster than that of the Kilo Grau M13. So if you are the aggressive player trying to get as close to the enemy as possible, get those close range kills, you guys already know. Commando foregrip, 60 round mag. I think majority of players use tac laser, which helps your player tracking a lot. I think they recently nerfed it, but that is what I'd use on the M4 personally. As the class setups are all pretty much the same. It's just you gotta find what's best for you. The AMAX is gonna be king over the RAM M4 setup, but the last gun I have to recommend for you guys, obviously with the MP5, we're still using that close range 0 to 20 meter setup with the Raider stock field agent. The Stoner is the gun I'll be recommending most with the nerf to the FAR and the MAC-10. Like I said, the time to kill drops. Guns like the Stoner, the PK, the Bruin might make an approach into the meta. Personally, as I said, they did reduce the ADS speed of some of these grips, which on this gun helped a lot. They're actually bugged in my last video I made. I personally recommend the Airborne Elastic Wrap. You either use that or the Fastbag, whatever is best for you. The Fastbag is obviously going to help you reload faster with only 75 rounds if you're playing quads or trios. Duos or solos, definitely Airborne Elastic Wrap. Task Force is the only barrel that improves bullet velocity while also increasing your range with a slight effect on your recoil. Agent Suppressor, obviously you guys already know. Field Agent Grip to give the best recoil. And the Axial Arms 3-time. This is a long range weapon. This gun, in my opinion, might make an introduction to the meta. The reason I didn't include comparing it with the Kilo Krig Grau setup is because it's an LMG. Your mobility is a lot lower on that aspect. But that's basically it. Obviously, AMAX MP5 I recommend as number 1. My next couple of videos I'm going to upload, and we're going to be comparing the MP5 to the Bullfrog to the nerfed MAC-10. And then we're going to compare the Krig versus the Grau, the Kilo, the other meta weapons for long range. And then obviously M4 RAM versus the Cold War AK and the FARA, which are also being introduced into the meta. So my next 2 videos will be breaking down all those guns, comparing them head to head to show you guys what is actually the best weapon to use right now in the current meta. A lot of these guns have got a huge buff like the AK did, the FARA did, and then with the Grauza and the FFR being nerfed, there's a lot of variants of guns being tanked and then a lot of guns being introduced. So we're going to go through, break down all those weapons for you guys to show you guys what is actually the best class setup for each, and then go through and show you what gun is best versus each other. So if you guys did enjoy, please make sure you guys leave a like. Leave a comment down below what guns you guys want me to compare most. SMGs, ARs, long range ARs, LMGs, even shotguns. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys enjoyed. If you guys are new, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. See ya.